good video to get through today. Let's see what these ladies have to say. And gentlemen, of
Your
course.
body count is killing you. So why does everyone keep saying it doesn't matter? We're told that a woman's sexuality is equal to a man's, but is it?
Hmm. Let's run that back.
Your body count is killing you. So why does everyone keep saying it doesn't matter? We're told that a woman's sexuality is equal to a man's, but is it?
No, it's not. And who is everyone? Because no one in their right mind is even actually saying that. The only people that are saying that are usually the simps and
Men for their over-sexualization
hold
and
on.
objectification of our bodies. But what
Body count is killing you, she says.
feminists have a right to be fed up with men for their over-sexualization and objectification of our bodies. But what has their solution been? To empower women by encouraging self-objectification? To normalize sexualization as long as women are the perpetrators?
Right.
What's the sluttiest thing you've ever done? I ran a train multiple times.
See? Look. She is bragging about quote unquote running a train, which really means she had a train ran on her.
How many guys? 2, 3. Me and Adam finally, so I don't know.
Yeah, yesterday.
Raw. What?
And what made you a slut?
Because I own my body. My body is not a political playground. It's not a place for legislation. It's mine and it's my future. And
If we say that we're
Wow. This is what I'm talking about. This is the type of mindset that is being perpetuated and being pushed, weaponized upon these women of today. The modern woman has a weaponized mentality. All right? It's weaponization is destruction. Okay.
just a whole, do we really take back some power? If we objectify ourselves and call it a choice, does that magically give women the keys to the castle, or does it lock us in a basement of despair and shame?
I'm gonna be honest with you because no one else will. Any guy who says he's interested in you beyond just fucking you is full of
Have we gotten happy?
you.
Run that back. Run that
Well,
back.
any guy who says he's interested in you beyond just fucking you is full of
Run that back.
Despair and
Now he about to speak some real shit. All right. This is what you all need to be telling these women, all right? And tell the truth.
shame.
I'm gonna be honest with you because no one else will. Any guy who says he's interested in you beyond just fucking you is full of
Have
Yes. It's full of shit. Because a lot of the times you don't have anything else to offer this man. So therefore why would you expect him to want anything else?
we gotten happier since the sexual revolution encouraged us to have
No, you haven't gotten happier since the sexual revolution encouraged y'all to bust it open and get nailed and railed and stripped and flipped and piped and swiped and pumped and dumped? Okay? The number of depression medicine, antidepressants is going skyrocketed now. All right, and women, all right, ever since this quote unquote sexual revolution, it ain't working in y'all favor, ladies.
we gotten happier since the sexual revolution encouraged us to have sex like a man. I never understood how we jumped from acknowledging that a lack of accountability from promiscuous men was an issue to somehow praising women for their promiscuity and lack of accountability. Two
Right.
wrongs don't make a right.
Thank you.
Usually
But let's be clear. It's not the same for men and for women.
What I look for in a guy is just like a one night hangout.
I normally end things by sending a text. I don't think it's going to work out with us. It's not you, it's me. Kiss, send.
arguably, culture has always
Disgusting. This abominable behavior. Okay? Getting pushed along by these women. And it's a propaganda, it's agenda, but again, it's abominable.
encouraged women to make themselves appealing to men. Makeup, Beautiful clothes, alluring scents have been utilized for centuries to court a partner. To find a man that is worthy of beautiful
Okay.
clothes.
And all these things are lies. If you look at science, science will tell you that a woman's natural hair it has the pheromones in it that will make a man turned on. Their natural scent. Men, when they smell the essence, the fragrance and the aroma of a pure natural woman, it turns them on naturally. They don't need to actually, and in fact, these sprays and dyes and paints, lipsticks and makeups and foundations and all this fake hair and all this stuff, it actually takes away from that aroma, from that essence, and 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 you start to smell like something different. All right.
Those alluring scents have been utilized for centuries to court a partner. To find a man that is worthy of marriage. But our material
And vice versa. I ain't telling y'all to walk around musty, but again, the natural odors of a man will turn a woman on. More so a man who's high in testosterone. Those 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 pheromones of the woman and those smells that men give off as well. It's a natural thing. You don't have to do all that extra shit. Now, again, I'm not telling y'all to go around musty because that ain't the way.
materialistic and modern culture has distorted this timeless desire to be attractive, not to be seen as charming, mystical, and elegant in beauty, but to be seen as an object that has surface level appeal.
And a lot of these women now are trying to look like Hollywood women, which are actually a lot of men who have transitioned into women. And on top of that, they're not telling us about it. And then they wonder why they're not naturally able to look like that. Oh, I want to look like this, and you got to get surgery to look like that because you wouldn't naturally be able to have that appearance because it's not a natural woman's appearance, and you're trying to look like women are trying to look like women who aren't actually women, and they don't even know it. A lot of these Hollywood figures aren't actually women. But these women will try to, I mean, they will actually spend thousands of dollars to try to look like these quote unquote women of Hollywood. Come on now, Hollywood. Don't trust Hollywood.
Modern women are being encouraged to simplify our identities to our sexual appeal. And our generation is buying it. Walk the streets in any major US city and you'll
Yeah, y'all go watch this shit whenever you get a chance. Go to the next one.
So if you had a great connection with this girl that had mileage, you're really gonna pass it on just because of what
Yes.
everyone's saying?
Well, because of what I know, and
I mean,
looking
you
at the
might not
logic.
pass it on right away, but you're gonna keep your DDI up on it.
You may not pass it on right away. You might smash a few times. You might have some fun. But again, you're not going to attach yourself emotionally to this woman and spiritually to this woman because you know that she's loose. Okay? And when she's loose, she's bound to end up in the streets where she belongs.
Never
And if
trust
you
it.
see these qualities that they are referring to, because you will shrug it off or like, yo, him, that. But once you start to see some of these qualities, you might look at her differently, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because what we gauge is not the same thing that you gauge. Men want an experience. Women not no. I can't tell them amount of body count, but as a man, we don't want to show up to any venue and be like,
Right.
all these dudes that ran through what my precious jewel is supposed to be.
What my precious jewel is supposed to be. All these guys, you can take a woman to a party, or to not even a party, just any venue. Okay, you don't want to be at a venue and oh damn, this guy done smashed my girl. This guy done smashed my girl. This guy done smashed. Oh man, those are tough times, gentlemen. Don't put yourself in that position. All right. Now, if you're just again there for the fun of it, by all means indulge. But remember, you must return to sender. And she was sent from the streets. So send her back.
Period.
It ain't precious.
You know what I'm saying? With men, what I heard from most women is they do want an experienced man. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly. Whenever a woman is in the bedroom with a man, they want that man to know what he's doing. They want that man to know what he's doing, right? And how do you get to that point without experience? For a man, it doesn't matter if the woman quote unquote knows how to fuck. All right? If she doesn't, then we can show her. And we take pride in that. And there's value in that in itself because then we know, okay, there's a much lower chance that she's been passed around the block and spun down and done down. All right.
then they have a don't quote me on this, but they have a they did a case study. I think Heineken told me that 16% or 25% of men have sex with all the women.
Right.
So there's a large percentage of men who are not having sex with all of these women. So women are naturally going to encounter the same man.
The same men. All you ladies are effing the same guys. Y'all are all screwing the same guys. That's the top 17 to 25% of men who are getting all the sex. All these other guys are either in monogamous relationships or just getting no sex at all.
A lot. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that you're innately dealing with. We don't deal with that. We look at y'all totally different. So our mind frame, the same man, a lot having sex with all of these women. So there's a large percentage of men who are not having sex, or 25% of men have sex with all the women. So there's a large percentage of men who are not having sex with all of these women. So women are naturally going to encounter the same man a lot. You know what I'm saying? So
Numbers.
that's something that you're innately dealing with. We don't deal with that. We look at y'all totally different. So our mind frames are totally different. And we're going into this like this, and now we got to merge. So if you want to have fun, have fun.
Before.
Yeah. But some men, you ain't even gonna be able to tell them you had fun before.
Yeah.
If they see you and Rico says, me and Esso, we ran the train on that in Cancun, because we will.
Yeah.
That's facts. That's facts.
Which again, y'all guys that are into that stuff, that's on y'all. But again, this is the type of things that you have to protect yourself from. All right. You have to. That's why the vetting stage is so crucial. You have to make sure that you get the answers before you end up committing to a woman who's been trained, who's been gagged and bagged, stained and trained, then drained. Okay? The ones that get pumped and dumped, scooped and duped, flipped and skipped.
If it's just some regular, I saw her with another dude, I might mind my business and be like, I don't know, I'm not gonna start no trouble. But if me and Rico was in the action,
she's getting gutted out and slutted out.
And you walked in here without a dude, I'm like, yo, bro, nah, son.
Nah, that's not it for
that
you.
ain't it for you.
I might say why, and I might be like, just let me go. But it's only gonna be short lived.
Yeah.
Right. Meaning, good time, not a long time. Good time, not a long time. These ladies like this are for a good time, not a long time. All right. Let's be clear.
Yeah, and that's how we work. I'm sorry, Rico.
Like men look at this is gonna be a analogy I'm just making up, right? Men look at women like precious metals.
I like this analogy, by the way.
The most precious metal is gold, right? Well, there's platinum too, but you know what I'm saying.
I think gold's worth more. Good.
But gold is the most precious metal. Why is gold the most precious metal? For one, there is definitely health benefits for gold. Like even wearing gold helps regulate the electricity in your body.
Right.
Right? And then also it's one of the most least amount of accessible items. Right? Then you got silver, you got bronze.
One of the least accessible items.
You got nickel, you got all those other things, right? And the more accessible those items are, the less value that they have. So we look.
Bingo! The more accessible those items are, the less value they have. Okay? So if you as a lady have been accessible to all these different men, then that just tells you the less value that you're going to have to us as men when it comes to dating. Now, yeah, do we still want to dig them guts out? Yeah, sure. We still want to slay and do all that other stuff. But when it comes to making an actual commitment, yeah, that's a whole different story.
Look at women in the same kind of scope.
There is a
So I think we can go to the next video.
Whatever podcast. You know how it goes. We're going to play, we're going to stop and go, and your favorite two ladies here are going to respond. So let's hit it.
I do like these two
2652.
ladies.
His suggestion.
I don't know if these are my favorite two ladies, but I do like these two ladies. Absolutely.
I don't know if it's the right move. He said, the way to fix all the world's problems, his words, not mine, is put a woman's body count on her forehead, and that'll fix everything.
Oh, baby. Yes. Perfect timing. Put the woman's body count on her forehead, and it would change so much. It would fix so many problems. Oh, yes. Hey, whoever came up with this, that is a round of applause for you, Bucko. A round of applause for you, Bucko. Put the lady's body count on their forehead or their wrist or something. Something where you can act, it will just automatically update. Where they can't lie about it, can't hide it, and all that other good shit. Let's let it be known so we know how we're gonna pursue for moving forward. Thank you. Oh man, let's run that one back. That was amazing.
We've got a panel from whatever podcast. You know how it goes. We're going to play, we're going to stop and go, and your favorite two ladies here are going to respond. So let's hit it. 2652.
His suggestion. I don't know if it's the right move. He said, the way to fix all the world's problems, his words, not mine, is put a woman's body count on her forehead, and that'll fix everything.
Thank you so much. That was so helpful. That was so.
Yeah, it was actually. It was, and I know all y'all would attest to that. But I'm sure the loose ones would attest to that.
Oh, well,
It actually would. So,
For the tight ones, they wouldn't mind because they'd be like, "Oh well, shit, this is proof that I'm who I say I am. This shows right here."
I'm going to open it up to you guys. Do you think that would fix a lot of problems?
I would like to comment on this with guys too, because there's a lot of guys that will have their hoe phase too. I think
Shut up.
just because someone
Shut up. Guys have their whole phase. That just means that they have put themselves in position to where women actually or finally want them. Shut up.
had a hoe phase in college doesn't mean that they aren't worth loving when they're in that period later in life. And I think Andrew Tate is referring to people in college and younger people when looking for people to hook up with, or people to get in a
Let's pause
relationship
that. No,
with.
he's not. He was talking about everybody. So
Right.
body count on a woman's forehead. If you could literally put that number on a woman's forehead, they're commenting about Andrew Tate, saying, "Oh, that would solve everything." I thought about it, and
It don't even need to be on the forehead, the wrist, hell, the right ass cheek. I don't care. The foot, the left under the left toe, the left pinky toe. It doesn't matter, but it should be somewhere universal that we all can just check right there.
I said, that's brilliant. Because if you think about it, if that happened, the women would be too embarrassed to let that count go up. So they would stop behaving badly. You have a lot less promiscuous women. Then the guys they wouldn't want to hang out with a woman that had like 500 smashed across her forehead. So that behavior would just get removed from society. Does that? What do you think?
I don't think it would.
You don't
Right.
think so? So how would I be erasing it?
No, I think the girls would just do it anyway, and the betas would marry him anyway. Come on, guys are marrying single moms. You're telling me the body count? I would like to think, but the realist in me is like, nah, like these girls are putting thirst traps on Instagram. They have their other two baby daddies. Someone still marries them. They might not have a body count, but they may as well with their 10 ass shots on Instagram, Diane.
But you know that.
Oh, the ass shots on Instagram. Oh, did she just say that? Did a woman just comment about women posting inappropriate pictures on social media? They have unlimited access to the world to see. Oh my days. That is interesting.
Uh-oh, she's bringing out the names.
I just make up
right at the
names.
start of the show.
I just make up.
You know, there's a Diane out there that's like, how does she know I did that? How does she
You know
know?
what I mean, though? It's like the guys still date these girls anyway.
But do you? I mean,
Unfortunately, they do. There's a lot of clips. We'll maybe spin back through these another time, but I got a lot to get to, and I don't like these videos going too long.
I think that, like, if you think about it, it sounds like he wants.
No.
We think about it as how many people do I have to share this girl with? You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is gonna be my wife, how many people am I really have I shared this girl with too? So if she has 100 body counts, a man might not be like, yo, I don't want to have this girl who had 100 other men. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has different thresholds. Another thing is gonna be like, if she has a high body count, why?
I told her every fucking thing. Okay? There was no holding up the. He told me. It was.
Hey, this one right here got mad bodies. I don't know. Obviously, she never said her exact number, but she said she's hiding 4 bodies that she don't tell nothing about. There's another few bodies she mentioned, and then there's a couple more bodies she talked about. I mean, I counted like 8 bodies in the interview, or 8 to 10 bodies just off her
some
alone.
guy comes, tells them otherwise. Yo, this happened last month, blah blah blah. Maybe not last month. Let's say last year. I'm not.
I got you.
I'm not a hoe.
I got you.
Last year, blah blah blah.
Right.
I don't find no reason that my partner could come back to me and be like, so you didn't tell me about this because I told you I had 10 bodies. Now, did I give you a story for every single one?
No, I'm not looking for that.
But actually, that kind of it matters because if you got train ran
three
on,
niggas,
definitely you're done up.
If you got train ran on, you're definitely done up. But that's his words.
But that occurs within girls' first 3 times. Shit happens when they go away.
But this is the problem, and this is what we're trying to say, right? Like, you know why or how it couldn't have been a problem is if you told him before y'all started dating.
Be straightforward.
Listen, I have 10 bodies, 2 of them was in the same time.
Yeah, but
Better start asking fellas, checking up on what's going on out here.
Fuck. But, like, you know, it's a bit different if you're looking at a long-term partner, you know? Because you can.
Go ahead.
Fuck. But, like, he's talking about a one-night stand, though. He wants to have a girl who can fuck. But, like, you know, it's a bit different if you're looking at a long-term partner, you know?
Absolutely it is.
Go ahead.
I was with a long-term partner, you can sort of, you know, she becomes more experienced sexually, but only with you.
Rattlesnake TV, Jake.
Yes, sir.
Even for a one-night stand, would you rather get with a girl who's a virgin or a girl who's slept with 50 guys? Even if it's just a one-night stand.
Virgin. 100%.
Why? Would you
I
not feel
concur.
bad taking her virginity for just a one-night stand?
No.
No, because if it was consensual, then
What the fuck?
they get to choose. But the thing is,
better me than somebody else.
Like,
right.
The thing is, like, it's going to sound harsh, but a lot of the time, guys are actually quite repulsed by girls who have like a high body count. It's something that's like we're internally, inherently very repulsed by.
I mean, it's just kind of could go the same
Youth, beauty, and fertility. It could, but
think with
not.
women,
Youth, beauty, and fertility. Purity. Okay? Purity.
It kind of comes down to, I mean, obviously, like, guys, like, when it comes to men, courting women, like the woman that like only a certain amount of men can get, like it kind of shows the value of how many men she's allowed in her space.
Ta-da! Bingo! Light bulb moment. Like, yes. I don't even know why this is hard for people to grasp this concept. This is actually just beyond me that this concept is controversial.
In her
Exactly. It's a very attractive thing. If you meet a girl who's got like a lot of self-control like that, it makes you feel like, you know, that you've earned something. You know?
Right.
And if you don't feel like you've earned it, then it's not really that special.
Exactly.
So scarcity is important.
If anybody can get it, what makes it so special? If anybody can have it, what makes it so special? Like, what are we doing?
Mia Khalifa was one of Pornhub's top performers. Now she says the 11 videos that she made will haunt her until the day she dies.
Me, no, I can't wear my glasses because the high school boys keep saying I look like Mia Khalifa with them and it makes me uncomfortable.
She warns others not to support another woman getting exploited, even if that woman will be able to pay her rent. In the end, none of it was worth it to her.
The major production companies prey on vulnerable young women. I couldn't.
Yeah, they try to get them when they're young. Watch your children. Pay attention to what they're consuming.
Your tribe. Our actions create the culture we live in. We let men use us and then we pretend it's something to boast about. We all claim we're high value, but have no standards for the men we let into our pants. The harder it is to get with you, the more perceived value you have to men, which means they're gonna want you.
Wait,
they love to
she said it too? The harder it is for men to get in your pants, the higher the value that men perceive you to have? Wow.
Claim we're high value, but have no standards for the men we let into our pants. The harder it is to get with you, the more perceived value you have to men, which means they're gonna want you. They love to chase. It's basic supply and demand. And yes, the men also play a part in this. They will willingly participate in the promiscuity, but turn around and hold it against the women who engage with them. How can you
Because if you're accessible to other men, then that pretty much dictates the value that you have to us.
rack up your own body count and then wonder where all the virgin women are? Bro, you and your friends slept with them.
Shut up.
Don't have sex.
Because again, there's only 17 to 25% of the guys that are screwing all the women. So shut up.
You will get pregnant and die.
People are really out here making the stupidest arguments for this too. They'll be like, how are you going to know that you found the right fit if you don't try on several different pairs of shoes? Let me ask you something. When you learned to ride a bike, did you learn on a bike you were riding, or did it take several bikes before you learned how to ride?
Ladies?
Step away from the bike.
We don't have to allow it. Make them prove in pregnancy or an STD, but the emotional cost is what really eats away at you. And it's what everyone seems to gloss over. It's called
ladies.
Is what
Ladies.
in pregnancy. A for promiscuity. This was how it
This is about the ladies. Okay?
and this whole scheme implodes. We are the gatekeepers. This was how it was actually supposed to be. We don't have to allow it. Make them prove that they're worthy, and this whole scheme implodes. We are the gatekeepers. This was how it was actually supposed to be. There is a price to pay for promiscuity, and it could be an unplanned pregnancy or an STD.
Talking about ladies are the gatekeepers to sex, because they are. Women are the gatekeepers to sex as men are the gatekeepers to marriage in serious relationships. Okay?
But the emotional cost is what really eats away at you. And it's what everyone seems to gloss over. It's called intimacy for a reason. It's biologically impossible for women to have sex and not get connected emotionally. The hormones released.
It's biologically impossible for a woman to have sex and not get engaged emotionally, which is why it's so hard for men to accept a woman who has had sex with a man while supposed to be with him. How interesting is that? It's not the same for men and women to engage in sex. Wow.
Intimacy for a reason. It's biologically impossible for women to have sex and not get connected emotionally.
Wow.
And not get connected emotionally. The hormones release intimacy for a reason. It's biologically impossible for women to have sex and not get connected emotionally. Intimacy for a reason. It's biologically impossible for women to have sex and not get connected emotionally. Intimacy for a reason. It's biologically impossible for women to have sex and not get connected emotionally. Intimacy for a reason. It's biologically impossible for women to have sex and not get connected emotionally. Intimacy for a reason. It's biologically impossible for women to have sex and not get connected emotionally.
Wow. So, I don't want to hear anything else about it. Is it the same for men and women? You heard it from women out their own mouths, okay? Studies done. This shit is a closed conversation, open and shut case. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Y'all still want to be out there getting banged out and ranged out, tossed in sauce, stripped and flipped, scooped and duped, pumped and dumped, scraped and slayed and nailed and railed, hog tied and gutted out. That's on y'all. Okay? But the science is there. The evidence is there. The proof is in the pudding. Alright? The proof is in the pudding. And who knows how many other things are in that pudding, if you know what I mean. That's why it's very important to vet. Alright? So, y'all hit the comments. Make sure to subscribe. Alright? Share these videos, but more importantly, subscribe, like them. Helps with the algorithm and so on and so forth, all that good shit. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. Spread the word. And most importantly, start the process. Alright? A man's eye review. And on that note, we will be through.